The slave doesn't understand, doing things like a robot, but the servant understands. So now, think, I complain. Don't just say, oh sorry, I'm complaining, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. But think, okay, what did I complain about? Today, yesterday, the day before, what? Take it out. Open your book. Don't wait until Judgment Day they open your book. You open your book today. I complain about this. Astaghfirullah. Okay, now you're more specific, yes? You're not just general, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. You are understanding, I complain from this. Don't just say, no, I'm the worst one. That's another game that people play. I'm the worst one. So easy, they say. If they understand what it means, they're not going to say it. If they understand what it means, then their hearts are going to be open. And they are going to understand so many things. They'll be able to reach out to people too. But it's become a game, like a competition. I'm worse. No, Shaykh, I'm worse. No, Shaykh, I'm worse. Calling each other Shaykh, you understand? So, I think, what did I complain? I complained because my food came late. Why I have to do that? Why is that? Now you go deeper a little bit. Why? Why I need to complain? Shame on us. Shame on me. Food is always coming on time. One time is coming late and I start to feel angry. Why am I doing that? So you slowly try to understand your ego. Complaining is coming from the ego. You're trying to understand the ego. What the ego is doing, when it's doing, how it's doing, which conditions it's doing. If you don't understand your enemy will always attack you and you will always lose. Even if you're really strong, well, you'll always lose. Because the enemy is very tricky. Yes, we talk about the power of the ego, but it's not more powerful than your spirit. The spirit is coming from Allah. You understand? So this is the part that a lot of people, they give up. They say, yeah, we like the tariqat, just stick to stories of saints. Stick to talking of hidden knowledge. Stick to just talking about Mahdi alayhi salam. Even Dajjal, it's okay. Talk about maqams, talk about saints, talk about miracles, talk about openings, talk about this, talk about that. But the most difficult thing, and the thing that this Nakshibendi order is concentrating on, a lot of people they give up from, which is what? Your ego. You understanding, looking at it every day. Imagine if you have a sickness. I don't see anyone, especially in this country, if they're sick, they don't want to know more about their sickness. Even when I say, don't try to find out about your sickness, they go online. They try to find out so much, right? Everybody wants to know what is the sickness, where it's coming from, how is this, how is that. Never ending. If you understand you have a sickness from the spirit, you must investigate. You must find out. You must know why it's happening. That time you can stop it from happening again. That time you can stop it from being so powerful. You understand its patterns. You understand, I always complain when I, let's say, don't get enough sleep. Really? That's why? Yes, it is. When I get enough sleep, I can, okay, now you understand how the ego can trick you to something so simple like that. There's nothing there. Or when I'm hungry, I complain and I get angry because I'm hungry, which is why fasting, it is a pillar of our faith. Yes? It's not a pillar of so many faiths I'm looking. It's not. Because it's perfect. Everything that Allah has sent down to us, the perfection of Islam. You have beliefs that are there. Then you have the practices of those beliefs. Those beliefs that you have, if you don't do the practices, those beliefs will become corrupt. They'll become very weak. You have those beliefs. Then you have those practices. What are those beliefs? Amantu billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulihi wa yawmil akhiri qadri shari. Believing in Allah, His angels, the books, prophets. Those are the beliefs. But you believe in all of that. You believe in Allah and His angels. You believe in the prophets and the books. You believe in destiny. You believe in that, but you don't pray. You don't fast. You don't give zakat. You don't go to the Hajj. Then you don't practice those beliefs. Because all those praying and everything is practicing the belief of all this. You understand? The believer must put two and two together. You practice and you believe, but you don't have ihsan, perfection, the beauty, tariqat meaning, to do things sincerely. You can believe for wrong reasons. You can practice for wrong reasons. And this is when ihsan means you're going to look to your reasons. Now, why? Why? Why are you doing it? Now you're praying 5 times a day. Why? You're fasting. Why? You must know the reason. We are not animals. Allah has created us in ahsani taqwim. He has created us in the most perfect form to be able to understand. He has not created any creature to be able to understand Him as much as He wants. But mankind, we have been created to know Him and to worship Him. So now you need to know why. So those ones, if you are just praying so much, but you don't know why, you don't investigate, you don't know when you're praying like this, it's yes, you say you just want to stay in the masjid and pray whole day, whole month. In reality, you just want to become lazy. You don't understand that. Those questions and those answers, you know those answers by yourself. This is understanding yourself. This is spirituality. This is ikhlas, to be sincere. You understand? You're reading Quran. You're making zikr. You're doing everything. You're helping people, let's say. You're giving charity to people. If you don't understand why, then your ego will trick you. And that's dangerous. We're not talking about doing bad things. We're talking about doing good things. But you're doing good things, shaitan and the ego can still trick you. This is dangerous. Like they say, there is nothing more dangerous, no one more dangerous than a person who is self-righteous. He thinks he's very good, he's very holy, he's very high, and he looks down on people. You understand? So this you need time. Not only you need time, you need the proper place. You need the proper surroundings. You cannot think like this by yourself too. You have to have guidance, you have to have permission. Now this is like you are performing surgery on yourself. If you don't have the license, you cannot do it. You don't know what you're doing, you cannot do it. It'll actually be dangerous for you. This is why tariqat is important and guidance is important. You understand? So, fasting, that's why it has been given. It's a pillar of our faith. Because in reality, this whole world is because of one mouthful of bread. Why we live, why we build. It's just for one mouthful of bread. That one is saying, now I must have 2, 10, 1,000. Now I must, even if I have, which Allah is forbidding us to hoard, to just sit on the wealth and not to spread it around, and not to be the one who is not generous. It is forbidden. Curse coming to that one, which is another pillar pillar of our faith, zakat, to give. That's why idiot people, they're saying, look at Islam. Telling to pray 5 times a day, to give money, to fast, to go to the Hajj. This is all so materialistic. But they don't understand the spiritual value of that. Because people, they produce something and they claim it is theirs. They're not understanding it is Allah who is producing it and you are the means to do it. And in Islam saying, now you must give, is not, it doesn't belong to you in the first place. You produce, it doesn't belong to you. A part of it belongs to the orphans, to the poor people, to other ones. It doesn't belong to you. You take it, curse will fall to you. People today, they think that being generous is just being nice. If I feel nice, I'm going to be generous. Christmas time, I get my bonus, I go shopping, so much money I have, let me give some. No. Charity, zakat. Zakat is different, charity is also different. It is part of our faith. And from that, you'll understand where you are spiritually also. Your heart is going to squeeze or it's going to say give. You understand? So fasting, people don't want to do it. It's very hard. It's very hard on the ego. It is very hard. Fasting is one of those things that so many, especially in let's say, Ahlul Kitab, they change that, everything. They change everything. Follow the style of, let's say, Dawood alayhi salam. He was fasting one day. Next day he was not fasting. The next day he was fasting. The next day he wasn't fasting. The fasting of Bani Israel is supposed to be half of the year. They're supposed to fast. Now they change it so much, like this or like this. Now there is a fasting that they have to do, but they break their fast drinking liquor. And complaining non-stop. Muslims, worse now. So if you know how to keep that fasting and understanding from that fasting, meaning not just food and drink, whatever I want, anytime I want, is not good to have it all the time. As our Grand Sheikh says, whatever you want and you can get it, that is haram enough for you. For people of spirituality, that will stop you from complaining. When there's something that you want and is not coming to you, that's good. Especially in people of the way. Let's not talk people outside of the way. People of the way. Then it shouldn't be everything that I want all the time as I like it. He is still Lord. Then that puts the brakes on you. So fasting is not just food and drink. It's what you want, what you desire. Okay, you want something. Something happens, you cannot. Say, Alhamdulillah, good. Don't fight for it. So insisting on it. Then when you have, share. This is the point. You don't hoard, you don't sit on it, you don't say this belongs to me, you share. Then slowly your heart will start opening because you start seeing who is next to you. The Prophet ﷺ never forgets us. We forget the people sitting next to us. We forget. And this system making people to forget all the time. You satisfy first yourself. Everyone is not really in need, so you don't really have to look out for them. And later you forgot how to look out for people also because no one is really asking you. But there are people who ask, but you forget. You don't have that skill anymore. So you just become selfish and concentrate on making yourself to feel happy. You understand? Then you're not helping people. Your heart is not open. Oh, you can swallow whole Quran. You can graduate from the top madrasas, but we see the ego is up to Sidratul Muntaha. not knowing, not understanding, not feeling, doing things for show. Little bit, someone poke you, a little bit of criticism, you're going to blow up. That one definitely doesn't have a show. You understand? So, shukr, alhamdulillah. Take that first step. This is in the way of spirituality. If you're in the way of dunya, you can also take some things from it. It will also help. You're working. It doesn't mean now you're working here, you're working there, something happens, you say, alhamdulillah, I'm not going to. No, you don't do it anymore. You have a business. You have to make sure that you make money every day. If you don't, then you're going to try to find out what is the reason. But even then, if you don't try to find out, don't try to work on it, and you're just complaining, that is going to backfire on you too. What kind of a person? You're not trying to find solution, you're just complaining, oh, business is bad, business. Then you're a bad businessman. A good one is always try to find, okay, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. You are right. Someone does something. They are wrong. You are right. Men and women, listen. Do you have to be angry? You are right, they are wrong. Do you have to be annoyed? Do you have to be pissed off? Do you have to use those words? Do you have to use those words now in that way? This is all about control that you must have by yourself. You don't have to. You're so annoyed, you're so angry, something is happening. Let that moment to pass and then say. You can still have the same effect, but it's not going to burn you. Being patient doesn't mean taking time to get revenge. A lot of people think that being patient is that. Okay, wait. He's doing this, okay, I'm patient. Wait till the time comes. That's not it. That's not for us. You understand? If anything, you're going to say someone is doing this for me, to me, like this. I must have done something to someone else or to my Lord. I deserve it. I deserve it. So, you're going to take the lesson, but you're not going to destroy yourself, and you're not going to blame other people. So, if you are an instructor, father, a mother, someone with some authority, and you have to say, you can still say, but without being angry. We are so far away from appearing to be angry, but there's rahmat behind that. That you're just using it because it is a, a tool. Just to, that one, I have to look to be angry, otherwise he's not going to understand. Is this something so difficult for people to understand? It's not. You do that to your kids all the time, no? You're not really upset, you're not really angry. Sometimes you want to laugh. But you have to be to just teach a lesson. You want to be like that. You know how to treat children like that. Why are you not treating each other like that? I used to say women should know this more. But I'm saying men should know this too. Inshallah. You understand this? Fatiha. Amen.